Shalom Mashbaka Yasha here. First off, Kalaloya Mahawad, Kasad Yahawa, Bashama Mashak Al Shai, Bashama Kadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS and honest truth. Coming peace and salutations to brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. Alright. This is a video that ties in really well with what I've been saying before, that the whole civil rights movement itself was hijacked by our enemies. Y'all know who that is, our primary enemies, right? The ones who are basically passing themselves off as us, okay, and turned it into a damn farce, right? Who the hell? And this is something I've heard from, like, I heard from older heads back in the day, is that, yo, we weren't doing no damn civil rights to go eat at no damn white people restaurant. Why the hell would, and it makes perfect sense, why in the world would southern black people go and freaking beg to go eat at a white restaurant? That shit don't make no sense, huh? Some of the best cooks on the planet in the South, southern black people. Why in the world would they freaking go beg to go eat at no damn lunch counter? It's stupid. And what it was, right, is just basically fighting for minutia, right? Fighting for small, insignificant things that, you know, even if you win them, it's like, what have you really gained? There's a term for it in the war, in the military. There's a term for it in the military. It's called not defeat in detail. It's a plurian victory. I forget the name of it. A Pyrrhic victory. There we go. A Pyrrhic victory. It's a victory basically where, like, you lose so much, the victory itself is like, it doesn't even make sense. You know, like it's like you're better off not having even fought that war. And it makes perfect sense, because what were they fighting for? Huh? Stupid access. Access is useless without control. You can't have control without power. And that's something that they would never, ever, ever give us. Okay, it was just this whole civil rights thing was just a push to divert true attention from who we actually are. Okay, because remember, in the 60s is when you're having a national resurgence of the Israelite awakening. Okay, and they were diverting mad attention from that. So, you know, just watch this video, you'll see it's hilarious and it makes perfect sense.
Oh, my skin peeling. Look, imagine in the 1960s, you are participating in the sit-ins, and then you put your life on the line, you risk it all, you go to jail, you go through all this stuff, and then finally it's desegregated, and you get seated to be served for the first time, and be like, man, this shit was trash. This what we putting our life on the line for? Hold on. Well, I'm gonna do what the Spirit says do. And what the Spirit says do, I'm gonna do.
When I was finally served at that counter, I thought it was by far one of the lousiest meals I ever had. And I asked myself the question, is this what I put my life on the line for?
This what I put my in bland.
And it's true. I mean, you put your life on the line to go eat at a fucking restaurant? Seriously? Huh? They should have been fighting for whatchamacallit, for justice from what HUD did with the whole blockbusting and redlining. That's something they should have been fighting for. Okay, because that was done in the 40s. HUD deliberately prevented loans from going to black GIs, even though they had access to the VA loans like the other soldiers did. They prevented them from getting these loans, thus preventing them from owning homes, okay, thus preventing them from passing on that home to their future generations, the stability that that owning a home brings, okay, which would stabilize the family itself, creating more stable children who would grow up to have stable relationships and stable children, etc. You know what I mean? It's a cascading effect. This whole thing that took place. You know, that's what they should have been fighting for. Access to capital loans to create primary industries. That's what they should have been fighting for. Not some fucking bullshit ass luncheon meat, goddamn boiled chicken and broccoli. Fuck out of here. You know, but hey, the people who run this thing, who control this thing, them tiny hats, right? They know what they're doing. Okay? They know that we're a traumatized people, and traumatized people are emotional. So they play on your emotions. Oh, they won't let you eat in a restaurant, man. You gotta fight for that. We'll start fighting small, and then we'll work our way up to the big stuff. But the whole time, right, they were never going to go into the big stuff. They wanted to fight small to give access to for themselves, not for us, because they know once they have access, okay, the communities they've built, they would just bring in their own peoples and build and grow from there. You see how Jake got played? That's how Jake got played. All right? And that all comes back to, hey, never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy. That's why they recruited people from the north, because people from the north, right, they're like successive generations after slavery. So they're like, oh, these guys must be our allies. They're not. They're never our allies. I'm not, and this is not no monolith. Of course, we have Jakes within that community. And of course, there are decent human beings in every group. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the overall effect of their actions. All right? And how it affected us. Okay? All right. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.
It's desegregated, and you get seated to be served the first time and be like,